I'd like to talk to you about ArcGIS Mission, where we say every day is a mission at an airport. ArcGIS Mission is a set of tools that improves situational awareness and enhances the common operations picture at an airport. During this demo, I'm going to give you an overview, talk to you about the needs and capabilities and how it integrates with other GIS and enterprise systems at the airport, how it supports daily ops and then special operations. Mission is a really focused, location-based situational awareness tool that gives you real-time collaboration among field workers and decision makers. And it supports teams performing day-to-day operations, whether those operations are planned or unplanned, events and activity, including exercises as well. There's components to ArcGIS Mission. They include the ArcGIS Mission Manager and Responder applications, and the ArcGIS Mission Server, which is a data store, the infrastructure where the information about these missions are warehoused and stored and then accessed. ArcGIS Mission includes the manager and dashboard, as well as the responder applications. These are easy to configure and come right off the shelf. The manager is a virtual operations center. It helps facilitate communications. You can even view interior floor plans and draw evacuation routes for insurance claims and documentation and impact and damage reports. Also, the field responders and first responders can use it to view incidences, upload information, including images and geolocations, and submit reports, and even view floor plans. ArcGIS Mission gives you the ability to communicate and collaborate in real time and get real-time updates. It helps with accountability, and it's one system that provides an integrated method for you to communicate and collaborate. ArcGIS Mission is really threefold. There's a planning process where you prepare your plans and designate locations into simple teams. You create dashboards that can be used. It gives you the ability to organize people and resources. The next phase is being able to execute and manage activity, whether it's daily activity or when things don't go as planned, whether it's severe weather or maybe a Class A mishap. And then after the fact, you can use Mission to replay and review and identify problems and make improvements. That's done through dashboards that you can configure using Mission. Let's have a look at the Mission application. This is a web tool, and it's in my ArcGIS portal. And as the Mission Manager, I'm able to access different components to these. One would be to be able to view all the existing missions, to be able to create a mission from scratch. Again, I can do these things quickly, and then these settings, which allow me to define certain parameters that are set up for all my missions. Let's have a look at the missions that are here in this portal. And if I wanted to find the one that's associated with my demo today, I could type in a keyword and find it. This is my Tampa Airport daily mission, and it's currently active. I could convert it from one that's in draft or one that's completed already. Let's have a look at it, see some of the details associated with that mission. This screen, you can see that there's different components to the mission. You've got mission members, and that's anyone who's inside the organization. And you can easily include members of the organization into that specific mission by searching for the name and clicking on it, and it adds them automatically into the mission. Or if you want to remove someone from the mission, you could do that as well. I could designate their role in the mission as a lead or a member. We can create quickly teams associated with the airport, police, rescue and firefighting, even organizations that are not directly in the airport. And then once I select a team, I can see individual members who are in that team and add or remove those people from that team quickly. The mission does allow you to collaborate with organizations not directly associated with the airport as well. These are customs agents, and you can include them in the mission as well. The mission map. Now this can include as little or as much information as you want. And these are all the data layers that I created when I was building out this demo for the Tampa International Airport, who are now using Mission to manage daily operations. There's multiple data layers that can be included in the map. There's also reports that you can create associated with each of your missions. This is one that comes out of the box. I can also create one from scratch. And it's a lot like Survey 123, where I can drag and drop and then build my reports very quickly. And you'll see me doing that here. Select what I want and then configure it and then publish it and then include it inside that mission, so these reports are then available for use inside the mission when it's active. Easy to configure. Here's the existing materials associated with that mission. There's a special event, after action report, a report it now survey, and then a police officer report. I can include as many as I wanted. So I, again, can find that mission, and I'm going to go ahead and open it as a mission manager. Now this is a mission that I'm going to be using it for daily operations. And you can see in here on the left-hand panel, these are the members that are currently in my daily mission. And these are the teams that are associated with daily operations. And remember, with inside teams, we have members. So if I select the police, then I'd be able to see the individuals in the police force that are associated with that mission. They have the ability to chat and then create tasks for my daily mission and also assign reports. I can see events and create broadcasts, and I'll demo all these to you during this demonstration. In the map, we can see as it zooms in and out, there's certain levels of detail right now. Let's have a look at some of the layers that are currently in this mission map. These are tracks, mission chats, tactical summary reports. These come directly with mission, but you can include other data inside your org or through the Living Atlas that would improve situational awareness, roads, streets, traffic, flight-aware feeds. Any other data that you have access to can be included to improve your situational awareness and understanding of activity that's going on a daily basis. Pan and zoom around the map, and I have included an airfield diagram to help improve understanding of the airfield side. Also, we can see building footprints and other airside assets like taxiways and lights. So any details that come either from the air or the land side can be included along with imagery associated with all those data types. I've been brought in true to scale aircraft that are parked at the ramp to enhance the understanding and situational awareness of activity that's ongoing right now or maybe in the recent past. These are, again, things you can include in your mission because they're easy to configure. This is even building footprints. You can bring in your own BIM models. Anything that you have in your data can be included in the mission map as well. Also, these are real-time locations of aircraft because I can consume real-time data, including FlightAware. So any real-time sensors that you have or ones that are available through REST-M services that you subscribe to can be included inside Mission as well to improve understanding and situational awareness. You can even see data that's not associated with the airport but might affect normal ops every day, including traffic cameras and CCTVs from the jurisdiction where the airport resides. And so long as the mission manager and your organization has access to those data, then you can include them in your mission. You can see here, these are the tracks of my field staff or my first responders through time. So you can record their activity and their movement and store those in a database for recall later. It improves safety and understanding of where your field personnel are currently located. All this data really is intended to be mashed into one viewer so you can gain access to it. Through pop-ups, it's very simple to see details about reports. Apparently somebody reported that a trash can had been left open and they felt like that was a security issue, so they reported it through a field app, through a see something, report something survey. As I zoom in here, I'll even be able to see approach lights and then information associated with the runways and the airside and the taxiways. These are marker beacons. This is an inner marker, and it's critical infrastructure. So knowing where it is and if it might be impacted or not disrupted during normal ops could certainly affect airport operations. All these are really important to include in your mission. Now, as we zoom out, you'll notice live weather as well. And right now it's like a hurricane has blown through Tampa and is to the north of the airport. In addition to that, you see global data, including weather. So all these things could impact normal ops, and having these in this one viewer really does improve situational awareness. I can even see reports of things that have already happened at the airport. So on this cargo ramp here, you'll see that there was this FedEx aircraft parked, and someone reported that there was fuel leaking out of the wing, so that needed to be mitigated. So just understanding the events that were ongoing and seeing those in one viewer makes it easier for you to make decisions and then just manage daily ops. I can even see other nav aids and critical infrastructure on the map itself. So these are one of my persons that are in the field, and that's actually me. I have the app running right now on my mobile phone, and I've been moving across this area. So I could see history. So it'd be nice to know where all my field workers are and where they've been through time. And that happens because we have a mobile app that records their locations. Let's take a look at the mobile app now, the Responder app. Now, how do I get that app on a mobile device? Well, I can go to the Play Store and I can download it. So the easiest way to do that is search for Esri ArcGIS Mission. And once I find it, then I can install it. And once it's installed, then I can simply open it on my phone. Let's have a look at that now. So I have to log into my mission, but I can use a QR code to then log directly into that mission, and with my credentials, either through single sign-on or when I enter those things now, I, as a first responder or a field worker, can then access the mission directly through my mobile device. Let's have a look at that. That's where I'm currently right now, and I can see my tracks because I've moved across this area through time. And I could turn those off or disable them if you didn't want to be tracked. But again, those are settings that the mission manager can control. Some of the things that I can see here are reports and surveys and chats. And learning the interface is really intuitive, very simple. So these are the chats that have been going on between me and mission managers during my daily operations. You can see my blue dot moves on the map as I move around. Let's have a look. Let's go back now to the cargo ramp, and that's where I'm going to be simulating that I'm located right now. So I zoom in, I can see the same level of detail that the mission manager can see because I have access to the map. And I can also see that that fuel leak had been reported there by tapping on it and getting more details on it. So now I'm back to mission manager, and I want to see where my responders are because I want to be able to communicate with them. I'll turn the tracks off so it's not so cluttered, but I can see where he's currently located. And there was a fuel leak there, so I think it's probably a good idea for me to dispatch that person and have them come out to that aircraft and help with the cleanup because I know that's part of their duties. So I'm going to be able to chat with this field responder, and I'm going to select him from the list. And then I can just simply type in that I want them to go out and help with the cleanup. Please go to the cargo ramp and assist with fuel spill cleanup. It's a secure communication. It's also persistent. So through time, that communication resides in a chat log. Now I've told them where to go because I clicked on the map, and now when I send that chat to them, they're going to be able to see that location and navigate to it directly with their mobile app. So I just received that chat. Now I'm back on my mobile app again. I've just received that location, and I can see please go to the cargo ramp and assist with the fuel spill. Makes it easy to understand. And then tap on that blue dot to see where it's located, and even use my app to navigate me to that place if I needed to. So I could voice dictate, said I'm headed there now. And the minute I submit that chat, it shows up in the Mission Manager chat log as well. And remember, that data is warehoused in a location where, on a server, I can recall it for auditing later. So now the Mission Manager is replying. Okay, I copy that. Once the spill's been fully contained, I'll ask you to fill out the tactical summary report. And he just replied, I understand. So you can see these chats ongoing because they are live, and I just received notification from the field workers that they're laying out the fuel absorption boom right now. And then some time goes by, and of course I thank them for that. And then they send their report along with the photographs. So it helps me understand that they're acting on these events. And it's really important to know that I could get these for auditing purposes in case I get audited or for an exercise. Now it looks like he sent a reply saying the spill is contained and cleaned up. So I'm going to chat back with him and say, well done, please fill out the tactical summary report and submit it. And this is how they would do that on their mobile device. So they tap on this report. You want to be able to put a location associated with that. And now I could just voice dictate as in that report. Fuel spill cleanup. Fuel spill contained with boom and fuel cleaned from the ramp. The aircraft is secure and needs to be towed to maintenance hangar. That's submitted. So again, now all that's logged for auditing purposes as well. Very simple to chat back and forth, whether you're talking to one individual or to a team. Very simple to do that. I can see that report that they filled out here in my Mission Manager log. And again, that's stored in a database on that mission server. And its location where that report was submitted is also logged. So we can look at other things that were ongoing and reported throughout the day. This looks like security fence was unlocked and someone noticed that and needed to report it for security purposes. Over here, there was some FOD found, so somebody picked up the FOD and took a picture. Nothing special, but it's really important to track that and log it. You can see here that middle marker, maybe that middle marker looks like it was out of service. So those things are easy to identify. Really just something simple like, hey, there's painting going on, and I want to know about that because that part of the taxiway is going to be closed. So it's important for operations to have that situational awareness. And again, here what we've seen is that hurricane had passed Tampa, but apparently it's turning around and going the other way and coming back to hit Tampa again. So I would be able to use this broadcast function to notify everyone at the airport who's part of the mission that the hurricane has reversed its course and it is headed straight for Tampa. So the broadcast ability gives me the freedom to push out a notification to everybody associated with that mission, all with one simple workflow like you just saw. Now, you could have a separate mission associated with hurricane response, or you could include it in the daily mission if you'd like to. But in this case, before we close this mission and start our hurricane response, I want to have the police set up barricades. Now, after the fact, there could be damage that was reported when the hurricane blew through it, and some of your field teams could use this app to report issues they see, and one of those was this jet bridge was blown over because of high winds. So they noticed that and they submit this report so that, number one, the jet bridge, everyone's aware that it's inoperative and that repairs need to be made. Pretty simple to do that with this app. Again, I can see those reports and these issues on my Mission Manager and even the work that's being done to repair it. So there's someone submitted a report that their repairs are underway. Okay, I want to review a little bit with you on the product page, but if you just Google ArcGIS Mission Esri, you'll find the same product page. So it gives you tactical situational awareness and communication. And remember, you just plan, execute, and then can review that plan. More details about Mission can be found here, including Resources and documentation. Once you start learning more about Mission, you can go here and take a tutorial, read blogs, find out what's new, and then find all your documentation, including how to get started with Mission.